Hey gang, we are going to talk about digestive health today with our product health series. And for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Sarah Tugender. I am the director of sales with nutraMetrix. And one of the things I have to say, since I've been working with nutraMetrix since 2006, is that I can pretty much go to any provider and have a conversation about how the standard American diet and good digestive health does not mix. And I can have conversations with people across the country in any single room and talk about a little bit about the poop scoop, right? The scoop on poop. And, there's a lot of people that suffer from not a healthy digestive system. And sometimes it's acutely, it happens, occasionally once in a while. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the issues surrounding digestive health. And we'll then talk about some of the solutions and what marketamericashop.com and our nutraMetrix lines have as solutions. But one of the things that's great about this is it's such a universal topic. And so I'm excited to be able to present this with you here today. Of course, we have to say that these statements in the presentation have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this is not to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So let's first just talk about the 4 hallmarks of digestive health. So the first thing is we need the food digested. I know that sounds really silly, but that's really important. So the digestive system, it's really long too, and it actually starts in our mouth. It starts with the enzymes that are right here in our mouth to start breaking it down. How many of us, and I can just even think of my morning, trying to get ready to talk to you guys here live today. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. And it was busy. It was a busy morning. I tried to get a workout in. I needed to take a shower before I came here, do makeup, get the kids all situated. And I needed to eat. I'm a busy mom of 3 kids and I needed some food. Did I sit and chew my food as slowly as I should have? Did I do it not distracted? No. How many times do I grab something and, I run outside with the kids, or I jump in the car, or I'm multitasking while I'm doing this? So when the digestion starts here and we're not taking the time to digest our food, and then by the time it gets to our stomach, and if absence of gastrointestinal illness, that's number 2. If for whatever reason we don't have a healthy gut, for whatever reason, by the time it gets to the small intestine where things are actually absorbed, we're not going to get those nutrients. And that's even if we're eating nutritious food to begin with, foods that have all the vitamins and minerals. Did you guys know that when they needed to make bread shelf stable, they needed to change some of the dynamics about the bread, and that changed the nutritive value of those whole grains? And so that's why there's a difference between eating whole grains and eating processed food. We can't just simply say, all carbs are bad, because broccoli is mostly carbohydrates just as much as, your white fluffy processed bread is mostly carbohydrates. So not all carbohydrates are created equal. This is not a carbohydrate lecture though. So I touched on number 2, the absence of gastrointestinal illness. There's a lot of signs of that too. It could start with even just bad breath, not sleeping well, having a foggy mind. Did you know that that's all related to gut health? Did you know too that, I'm going to skip to number 4, that your effective immune response is related to your gut health, that most of your immunity happens in your gut? Jumping around there, let's talk about the microbiome. Do you have enough of those pre and probiotics? Super important. That's all in there. And that's all on not just the food that you eat, but then, the health of that digestive tract. What can cause this though? Number 1, prescription medications. My grandfather, he was a guy that just really lived life. And moved around a lot. My grandfather was, he served in the military, and my dad was a military brat. They lived all over. In fact, they even lived in Japan at one point. So they did a lot of shopping right there at the, military, what's it called? The commissary, the military store. And my popsy, he, lived the American life when he got out, and he, then settled down and raised his family and, lived his life. I remember sleeping over there and the cases of soda on the ground. I remember what would wake me up when I slept over my grandparents' house was the smell of, bacon and pancakes and donuts. And it wasn't just like we had pancakes or donuts. No, we had bacon and pancakes and donuts and eggs. I mean, it was like the hungry man breakfast every single weekend. And he had that kind of diet that was high in refined foods, sugar, low in fiber. He, most likely had low stomach acid and had a lot of complications from that, led to a whole array of health concerns, to the point my dad went to go and collect his stuff, and my dad obtained my grandfather's wallet, and he was going through his wallet. Now, what do you keep in your wallet? Like, you keep your important stuff. You keep, your driver's license, any IDs, any cards and identifying information. Kept a picture of my grandmother in there. Even though my grandma died years and years and years before he did, he kept a picture of her in there. What else did he keep, though, was a list of all his prescription medications. And it wasn't just like he was on one or two, he was on about a dozen prescription medications. And that's really going to, cause poor digestive health. That's going to make it so our bacteria in our gut, we need those good bacteria. We're going to have non-beneficial bacteria. And we're not going to have great stomach acid, which isn't going to break down the food like we need to. If it's not broken down, it's not going to be in those nutrients that we need it to be broken down into. So, there's a lot of different reasons. These are just some of them. And again, it's a universal conversation that we can have. What are some signs? Okay, so you do not need to self-identify here. You can do it in your head. But things like bloating. I mean, do you eat and then say, look at my food, baby? How about belching, burping, farting? I mean, these are all things that my little toddlers giggle about every single day. But, this is a real thing. Changeable bowels, food intolerances, skin reactions. I notice with my little kids that, if we go away and we don't have access to, and I call it our diet, because when we go to the zoo, I talk to the kids about, what's the diet of a hippopotamus, and what's the diet of the giraffe, and what's the diet of the monkeys. These animals aren't on a diet. That's just what their diet is, right? And so I think of the diet as that plate of food, the food that we choose to bring into our house and eat. So when my kids' diet changes, because we go on a 5-day road trip or whatever it is, and we're eating out and things are sneaking in, I notice it first thing on their face. That is crazy. How about B12 depletion? You will know if you are B12 depleted, I promise you. That nausea, constipation. So many people talk to me about that. I don't know why. I'm that person that people want to tell me what's going on in the bathroom, but bacterial overgrowth, that's what you'll get sometimes. Some bad breath, just being stinking tired, your hormones being off, iron deficiency, all sorts of deficiencies. So let's talk about some things that we can do to help support your digestive system. And it's all connected. I would say, don't tell my friends, because they're doing all sorts of other lectures in this series as well. This, I think, is the most important. I think if you were going to start anywhere, I would personally start with the gut. That's why I have gut health conversations with just about every practitioner that I approach with nutraMetrix. I love our Probiotics 10. Look at these claims. I mean, ladies, for the skin health alone, right? Supporting healthy skin, let's get on some probiotics. Do you guys ever notice? Yeah, you go away, you go for, one of those girls' night outs, and yet indulge a little bit in the cheese board and the wine and the chocolate and the whatever. And by like Monday, Tuesday, the next week, you see that all over your face, right? How about supporting a healthy GI tract? How about supporting normal levels of vaginal flora? This is great for my obstetrics and gynecologists. Promoting the normal absorption of nutrients and supporting a normal immune system. Our Probiotics 10 is called Probiotics 10 because there's 10 strains. Now, we do want to make sure that we have lots of probiotics. There is 10 billion active colony forming units. That's how we measure our probiotics. But what you're looking for in a probiotic is a few different things. You're looking for a diversity of strains because the probiotics, once they get into the gut, are really good at reproducing. So that 10 billion units will continue to populate within the gut. But one thing about probiotics is that it's really hard to get them in an active form to the consumer. So our Probiotics 10 has two types of technology. One that allows it to be shelf stable in a form called live back technology. Other probiotics out there on the market, if you've looked into them, they need to be refrigerated. Well, sure, you might refrigerate them when you get home. How do we know that throughout the entire manufacturing and distribution process, they stayed refrigerated? So this is great. We don't have to worry about that. It makes it a little bit easier too for those who are on the go or want to throw things in a pocketbook. The second thing is the BioTrack technology. I don't just want the top of my digestive tract to, be populated with probiotics. I want the whole digestive tract to be populated with probiotics. So this BioTrack technology allows the probiotics to be released. I go like this because it kind of looks squiggly like intestines throughout the entire digestive tract. Gluten-free, vegetarian, super easy to take. I tell people who forget to take their pills, because we love our Isotonix here at marketamericashop.com, but I keep my pills by my toothbrush because I typically brush my teeth and bring up a glass of water every night. So that's my trigger to remember to take all my pills. But in our Isotonix line, if we haven't talked about Isotonix yet, let me tell you about one of my favorite delivery systems. It's a powder. When you reconstitute it with water and you take it in the proper ratio on an empty stomach, you get really high bioavailability, because in this case, we want our Isotonix actually to bypass the stomach, or not to stay, can't actually bypass it, but not to stay there very long, so we get maximum absorption in the small intestine. This is a type of Isotonix. Most of them we tell you to take away from food. This one we actually tell you to take with food. This is for that time. I always keep some with me, either like this in the big bottle at home or the little to-go packets for when I'm on the road. I keep some in my car, some in my bag, some in the diaper bag. I got them for everyone. And this is for people who are making poor food choices. There's going to be times I don't know what the chef put into the sauce. I want to enjoy, my girlfriend's wedding. I travel and sometimes you just got to eat because it's better than being hangry. So this is going to really help promote the absorption of nutrients and support a healthy digestive tract, and may help ease the occasional stomach upset. So it's a really great unique blend of digestive enzymes and probiotics in the Isotonic delivery system. No binders, no fillers. The other thing that's nice about this is I'm going to always point out when there's a key ingredient in a trademarked form. We love our trademarked ingredients here at the company, because it really means that there's that standardization, potency, and clinical studies behind it. So we have a specific multi-enzyme complex called Digestive that's going to include a really broad-acting enzymes, some of those proteases, amylases, enzymes that are going to help break down carbs, lactose, the fibers, fats, and proteins that you're looking for. And they're really resistant to the gastric juices. This is why we're going to take our digestive enzymes with our food, because we don't mind so much that it is exposed to the stomach acid. Digestive's got us covered there. All right, this one, not just for a detox. I know this little guy comes in a 7-day version in our NutriClean system, but people don't realize you can take fiber powder every single day. If you're a fan of our product lines, you're seeing too that people are mixing this with all sorts of other of our Market America products to make some delicious drinks there. So I'll let you play around on Facebook groups to go and see some of the, secret menu items when it comes to some of our products. But I take NutriClean myself every single day. I love the benefits for it. I love that it really just helps maintain and keep me regular. This is for people who it's so hard to get in enough fiber, right? Am I eating all the vegetables and all the salads every single day? No. So if you want to be able to have help with your weight, with your well-being, I don't even consume high levels of sugar, but I know that this just really helps me. It really helps promote my immune health. It has great benefits for lipids, digestion, blood sugar, and weight. And so specifically, I know that I struggle with some of those things actually genetically. So therefore, I've changed my lifestyle. And it also provides both pre and probiotics. I think it's delicious. So it also has L-glutamine in it. And this is a semi-essential amino acid. A lot of people are looking for L-glutamine, and it's fuel specifically for your GI tract and your immune cells, helps tissue recovery, and is a natural precursor for glutathione, which means it's going to just help your body make more glutathione, which is a hot topic in the marketplace. All right, let's talk a little bit about our aloe juice or aloe powder. Raise your hand and put in the chat for me, what's your favorite flavor? I know for me, I really love the cran apple. My husband, he loves the strawberry kiwi. Some people just like the natural one. This is my little hack with the to-go ones, because I speak on stages, I travel a ton. I gotta say, I love the to-go ones warm. I mix it into warm water. I got that tip from my friend Melanie Nelson. It is delicious. It's like a herbal tea, it almost tastes like, and that really helps me. But it supports a healthy digestive tract, immune system, aids in digestion, and helps really normal healing. And so, I mean, same thing. It's all for the same types of people that are looking for overall well-being, weight control. Again, I take this when I travel, and I really like the purity of this aloe formula. It uses only the purest ingredients, and it's certified. It's internationally certified. It's the best aloe content and purity. You guys have like seen an aloe plant, right? It's really hard to get aloe out of an aloe plant. I don't know if you've like cut your finger and you've really tried, like you gotta like squeeze it and rub it. And sometimes it takes another little piece to like get enough aloe if it's a bigger size burn. And so the extraction process is really tough. We work with a manufacturer and a vendor that has that patented way of extracting the aloe juice and pulp right from the leaf in the purest form, and it's all certified. Amazing. So that's what you're going to want. You're going to want those reasons, going to want those standards to preserve the natural properties so you get the maximum benefit. I don't want to just buy a drink, and spend my money on something that's not actually going to work. Look at all the vitamins and minerals that are naturally found in aloe. Incredible. So for those reasons, that's why I think that digestive health is so important. With marketamericashop.com, we offer so many different choices and solutions when it comes to our digestive health product suite. I always say, this is my saying, is that the NC is going to guide the conversation. It's the HP that's ultimately going to decide. So showing someone, whether it's a consumer like my friends, whether it's showing a health professional or helping a health professional show this to their patients, I'm giving really the menu of options, the buffet of options. Do you need something in to-go packs? Do you want an isotonic? Do you just want a probiotic, a fiber powder? Do you want to mix a couple combinations of these products? You get to decide what's going to work for you. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in more of our series here on product health.